Alright, quick recap because this whole series makes the most sense when you think about it as a real use case. The use case we've been working through is simple. We're starting a brand new online business and setting up its digital identity properly. Everything we've covered so far fits into that story. We started by buying a domain name. That's essentially choosing the business name, the name that goes on your email, your website, and anything customer-facing. Next, we signed up for Microsoft 365 Business Premium. This is the point where Microsoft actually creates your organization in their system. Before this step, nothing exists. After it, your business has a presence in Microsoft 365. Then, we verified the domain with Microsoft 365. That's Microsoft saying, okay, prove you really own this name before letting you use it for email addresses and sign-ins. After that, we added a user and assigned a license. This is where we create a digital identity for someone and turn on the services they're allowed to use, things like email and sign-in access. Behind the scenes, Microsoft starts provisioning these services automatically, like Exchange Online. So, at this point, the business exists, the identity exists, and the services are ready. This video is about that next real-world step. What it actually looks like when the user signs in for the very first time. Let's take a look. Alrighty guys, so we're back on the computer now. In this video, we are going to sign in as Michael Smith, the user account that we provisioned in the previous video. What I want to show you here is the first time user sign-in experience, specifically what it looks like when a new user signs in to Outlook on the web for the very first time. So let's go ahead and click on this link, and I'll leave this link in the description box as well. Alright, so on this screen, I'm just going to enter the user ID and click Next. Now I will enter the temporary password that was assigned when the account was created. Alright, so the first thing that Microsoft is prompting me to do is to change that temporary password, which is exactly what we want to see. This ensures that the user is setting their own secure password right from the start. So I will go ahead and enter a new password here. Alright, so I've gone ahead and entered a new password, which is with a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters to make sure it's secure. Once that's done, I'll click sign in. Now the next thing Microsoft is telling us is that before we can access the account, we need to complete a security setup. Specifically, Microsoft requires us to set up the Microsoft Authenticator app on a mobile phone. This step is a requirement, and it's something Microsoft has rolled out and enforced for all users signing into Microsoft 365 applications. In simple terms, this means a user cannot access their account until they have set up multi-factor authentication using the Authenticator app. We'll click Next. And on the next screen, what Microsoft is asking us to do is to download and install the Microsoft Authenticator app on our mobile device. So I'll go ahead and install the app now and then click Next to continue. Okay, so now that the app is installed on my mobile phone, let's walk through what happens next. So when you open the Microsoft Authenticator application, you will see a plus icon in the top right corner as you see on the screen now. If you tap on that, you will be asked what type of account you want to add. Since this is an organization account, I will choose work or school account. Next, I'm prompted with two options, either sign in or scan a QR code. In this case, we will choose scan a QR code. Now back on the browser, when I click Next, Microsoft now displays a QR code on the screen. All I need to do is scan this QR code using the Authenticator app on my mobile phone. Once that is done, the Michael Smith account is added to the Authenticator app. Alright, after adding the account to my Authenticator app, I'll need to simply click on Next here. And after this, Microsoft is going to send a temporary number to the application to confirm that it's really me setting this up. So I'm going to be entering that number now. And this completes the authentication setup. So at this point, the Authenticator application is successfully linked to the account So I can click done. All right. And I can click on yes to stay signed in. That's fine. All right. And that's it. Now we are logged in to the Outlook inbox. So those are all the steps involved in the first time user sign in to a Microsoft 365 organization: password change, security setup, and Microsoft Authenticator configuration. And that's what the full experience looks like from start to finish. And that's the first time sign-in experience for a Microsoft 365 user. Before the user can start doing any real work, Microsoft makes sure a few things happen first. They change the temporary password, set up additional security, and confirm it's really them signing in. From the user's point of view, it can feel like, I just wanted to get to my email. But from Microsoft's point of view, this is about making sure the identity is secure before access is granted. Everything you saw here is Microsoft's default configuration. No custom policies, no advanced setup, just the baseline security that's applied to new tenants. And with that, this brings us to the end of this series. We started with something simple, buying a domain, and step by step, we built a complete business identity all the way through to a user signing in for the first time. In the next series, we are going to shift our focus to the administrator side. We will introduce the Azure portal, talk about what Azure actually is in plain English, and explain how identity and security are managed behind the scenes. That naturally leads us to security defaults, what Microsoft enables automatically, why it exists, and what it's protecting. So instead of clicking through screens, you'll understand what's happening and why. Thanks for following along, and I'll see you in the next series.